All right, here we go, guys. You are live. We are live here in the booth at Area 51, the Alien Factory broadcast booth here at Virtual Kansas Raceway. In the booth with me tonight, I have Scooter Scotty Stevens, along with the number one team driver, also known as the man, the myth, the legend, Robert Cook. And boys, these cars, the engines are going, the pace car's starting out, and we are in our pace lap as we're getting this thing started tonight.
And the air to track temperature is 104 degrees. Boy, these guys are fast tonight. Fast.
Absolutely, Scotty. I bet you're looking forward to the night. I know you've been on the track running a lot of laps today. How is this track here at Virtual Kansas Speedway?
Guess Scotty's muted.
Yeah, I guess Scotty's checked out on us here. Well, Scotty, how is this track?
I'm having audio issues.
All right, well, they're getting ready to go green here, Robert, as we are getting ready to go green here at Virtual Kansas Raceway. And we are riding here in this one, and the pace car is just about to pop into the track.
I think the key here is to stay off the wall and watch your tires.
Absolutely. There we go. Pace car is off into the pits. There they go.
Green
We got
flag.
Parker S. White there on in the pole position. He got the pole there in qualifying. You might have been watching some of that there with no audio. We usually bring up the video feed there, only there in the pole. Kai Severa qualified second as he started there on the outside line in that blue pay-to-win car. But quickly moving up into second place is Daniel Smallwood, followed by Daniel Botafuco. And then Kai Severa now back in fourth in that, and he is running the number 5 car in iRacing, but I'm sure he has a custom number on that pay-to-win machine as well.
Yeah, I'm back. I got my audio fixed. What was it that you was asking me?
Well, glad you could join us back here, Scotty. And now that we're under green, I said I know that you turned a lot of practice laps here today. And what do you think of this track here as it's set up here in Virtual Kansas Raceway here?
Oh, the track is wonderful. You got 3 lines you can run. You can run low, middle, and high through. I think it's going to be good racing. It's going to be a lot of side-by-side racing.
Yeah, and Scotty, we're already seeing some of the guys slip down on the apron there in the front stretch around the tri-oval. What do you think, man? Is that a winner or a loser there over the run? To get down there into the apron on the tri-oval.
Well, it gives you a little bit of advantage, especially if you're wanting to pass somebody that's in front of you. You might get an advantage there, but the bad thing is they don't have to let you back on the track. So you got to be careful when you're doing that.
Well, I tell you,
the outside has the advantage doing that coming off down low on turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, you can get a lot of runoff there, Robert, is why you have a lot of advantage coming around the top. There's some grip there, and the runoff, you can really come shooting out of that top line. The other thing I want to mention tonight is there's been some driver changes here in the strength of field races here on Monday night. So about driver team changes. Brandon Schmidt is officially now part of Ryko Performance, formerly known as Ryko Setup Shop, Ryko Motorsports. Ryko Motorsports rebranded to Ryko Performance, and they have picked up Brandon Schmidt here that's in the top split. They also made another pickup this week, guys. They picked up Tommy Gossett, friend of the channel, Tommy Gossett. He is now a part of Ryko Performance. They're at the Ryko team here in the top split, joined by other teammates that are regulars here in the top split. We got our championship points leader, Cody Trelindi. He's currently in 12th position. He's the 10 car in this race. They also have another teammate in the race who's running 5th currently, and that is Spencer Kosowicz.
What, Cody? Tommy just can't find a team that he likes. You just swap it around all the time here.
Well, we got those press releases put out today. Solomon Discord there from Ken Byron, the owner of Ryko, putting out the notices there, the couple of pickups they had this week of additions to their team. So that just makes the Ryko team even stronger here in these strength of field races, and gives them gives them more chances to get on the podium and win a race. And like I said, we always try to get the podium finisher over here for a post-race interview in the Alien Factory broadcast booth here with us. So, yeah, interesting to see right there. You're seeing the Ryko car there of Spencer Kosowicz. He's the
Tommy's been on more teams than Elizabeth Taylor's been married.
Ooh.
Hey, I got an update on the race. Brad Mayhar just made a pass and took out 2 people, Corey Hines, Brandon Schmidt, and he is now in 8th place and moving forward.
Yeah, Brad Mayhar there with EPI. It's a new performance industry. You need to keep an eye on that car for a Hard Charger award. Brad, when he starts back a little ways, he's always a contender for that stintanalyzer.com Hard Charger award. The other award we give out each race is the Halfway Challenge. That's the Alien Factory podcast Halfway Challenge winner. So we'll keep an eye out for that as well. Parker S. Smith, guys, still running in first place, but now Ty Severa, who fell clear back to 5th, I believe, he's worked his way back up to 2nd. So let's go check in with the leaders and see how they are. Ty Severa, he's only a couple car lengths behind Parker S. White. This could turn out to be a really good race here between the two of them tonight.
Brad's making that bottom line work for him.
Yeah, he's making that low line work. In fact, he's in the process of going around Daniel Roper right now.
Well, Ty Severa is caught up to Parker S. White. I want to focus on Ty Severa for a second, guys. He used to be a big contender in the sprint and field races each and every week. I know last season there towards the end, he got into some of them, and there in the beginning of this season, I know that they shifted their focus there to Road to Pro with their Road to Pro team that they've been on. They're affiliated with Elliott Sadler Esports. And, but Ty took some time off. But so Ty's a heavy hitter here in these Monday night strength of field races. Glad to see Ty Severa back in his number 40 pay to win car there.
He can make some fast sets if you can just drive him.
And Mike, we got 2nd place looking at the leader, and 3rd place is now looking to go low underneath 2nd place coming out of turn 2.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about there. Ty Severa there in 2nd place in that custom 40 car, pay to win car. We were just kind of highlighting him, but right behind him you have Daniel Smallwood, who's taking the low line through some of those turns, working out low lines, seeing if they can get it going down there on the bottom. And following Daniel Smallwood, right behind him on his tail is Daniel Botafuco, and that makes up your top 4. They're running pretty tight there together.
Fincher's still holding on to that top line. It's in 5th place right now. I think
I can tell you from experience that if you're on the top line, if you got somebody wanting to pass you and you take the top line, it's going to make it hard for the guy on the bottom line to pass you. He's really going to have a lot of speed to be able to go around you.
You're going to really have to crank that wheel to drop an awful lot off of it.
Right.
I think about 10 more laps, you just see these tires start failing. How many laps is this? 90 laps. Oh, man.
Yeah, we are currently, guys, we're under green in lap 13 of 90. And, on the broadcast there, we got the lap ticker up in the top left corner of the screen, let you know what the flag status is at all times during the race, as well as which lap we're on of how many. So you can always check that up there, or check that out there if you're watching at home up there in the top left-hand side of the screen. Ty Severa there was trying to make a move on the inside, was unsuccessful. It's just hard to get around, guys, hard to pass when the guys are running that top line, which is so fast here at Kansas Super Speedway.
Yeah, the inside car, I mean, you really got to pinch. I mean, it really binds it up and trying to pass down, especially 3 and 4. Turn that wheel quite a bit.
I'm back here watching 15th place Kyle Myers, and they have a 5-car line here that is working to race each other.
Yeah, it looks like Kyle Myers. Yeah, Kyle Myers just fell back to 16th. He's on the bottom line there, and you got Joseph there racing with him, who's right ahead of him, past him there. Right behind Kyle Myers there, you have Brendan John Kohler. Kyle Myers now won the 7th.
Signed up with Ryko, didn't he?
What's that?
Didn't Joseph sign up with Ryko?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. You can probably look on his car there and see what he's racing. Let's jump in here with him. He has a red car.
It's all single file back there.
Starts at season 4 though. And Kyle Myers is fighting back on that program.
I tell you what, if you fall back a little bit on turn 1, you can get a good run to catch that guy back up on you.
Yeah, absolutely. And no, Joseph's running that bandit paint job. Picked up by Ryko. I'm sure we had a Ryko sticker on that car, but no, he does not. Kyle Myers still there behind him. Kyle is in 16th position now, picked up 1 spot. Garrett Maines is our pro driver here in this race with an 8,600 I rating. Garrett Maines is currently running in 17th position, and he is going to be moving through this pack, I'm sure, pretty hard.
Okay, I think the tire's going to start falling off. You guys probably going to start hitting the wall here pretty shortly.
There we go, Jarrett Maines in that black and yellow Camaro there, and he's going to be definitely a car to watch. I definitely think we should put him on the list of cars to watch for the hard charger award tonight as well. That is the stintanalyzer.com hard charger award.
You know it's Labor Day, and so that means kids are back to school. So we're probably not going to have so many little kids out there racing with us in the afternoon anymore. What do you think about that, Scotty?
Oh, that sounds great.
Back to school, boys. It's back to school.
Well, I hate to break it to you, y'all, but not that I want to make a comment either way about racing, children under 18 years old. I think there's some fine racers out there. One of my good buddies that I like to race with, Michael Thorpe Jr., I call him Mikey Thorpe. Mikey, he's still under 18 in high school. I love racing with him. So,
we're not saying it ain't bad. We're just saying it's giving us a chance to be up there getting some points.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. We're not. No.
Anyway,
we don't,
but I hate to break it to you fellas, but I know that back in the 1950s when y'all were in high school, they used to start school on Labor Day. But man, for the last 20 years or 30 years, they've been starting school back like mid-August. Those kids have been back in school now for like 3 weeks.
Well, that's where it is where I'm from.
Well, that's due to climate change.
Climate change.
Oh, here we go. Anyway, I want to skip the races with electric cars in the next.
Oh, see, we didn't have air conditioning in our school at all. We had a lot of windows, kept them open. We had heaters, but no air conditioning.
Guys, I'll tell you who the car to watch is right now. We're going to go to him again. And that is that EPI, Elite Performance Industry car. It's racingpi.com there on his bumper. That's Brad Mahar. He is the 2 car. He has moved himself all the way up now to 7th position. He started back in the mid-teens or so, and all the way up into 7th position. He is definitely the car on the move.
Tom Myers is probably making
first place. Daniel Buttafuoco and Daniel Smallwood are running neck and neck going into turn 1.
Tom Myers has jumped up 2 positions. He's got the low side working now. He was running the high side for a long time.
We're getting a good look there in Brad Mahar's car. He's right behind Daniel Roper there in that Ryko machine of Daniel Roper. And he is working the bottom. Brad Mahar working that bottom. If you can make the bottom work, fellas, there's a lot of passing opportunities here. But making the bottom work faster than the top, now that's the challenge. If you can do it, we're seeing Brad Mahar here work that bottom and making it work as he gets around cars here. Fighting for positions. He claws and scratches his way through the pack tonight.
Scotty made our set he made the set I'm running. And I'll tell you, that set Scotty made, you can run top and bottom, middle, anywhere you want to. That thing is a Cadillac.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet, I have to admit.
Well, Scotty, we need you in some races in this week representing Area 51. Getting us some wins this week, man.
I sure hope I get at least top 5. I have been wrecked so much in the last 6 weeks that
you lost 600
points, 2,900. That's 700 iRating points lost in like 5 weeks.
Well, I know you got it in you. Get back up there.
Yeah, I believe I can. If people would just quit hitting me.
I'll tell you what, there's a pretty big, almost like a traffic jam here that's starting to collect here right in front of Brad Mayhart. He's pushing on these guys, and he's got in front of him Daniel Roper and Spencer Kosowicz of the Ryko team. Both those cars are directly in front of him. And then ahead of them is Daniel Smallwood, who actually fell back. Spencer Kosowicz just made the pass on Daniel Smallwood.
Kyle Myers is fighting, getting up there, getting ready to get 11. And he wrote on Noodle's channel, the unofficial Xfinity.
Be open Discord,
Be open Discord. He said, if you're running BRS, don't bother to show up.
Yeah, and the rumor that I heard is that BRS basically just posted their set from like a season or two ago.
And it is cut and paste is what I heard, just cut and paste.
Yeah, and it wasn't set up for the right track temp and all kind of stuff, and it was horrible. I mean, horrible, worse than normal. And so Kyle just put the friendly warning out. If you're running BRS, just don't even show up. Just leave your car in the garage.
That should be a word to the BRS. You guys can't be doing this cut and paste. You guys got to be making these setups. Current setups or current track.
Guys, I got an update here on the track as we just came out of Brad Mayhar's car. Brad Mayhar now working his way all the way up to 5th place, and he is still making that inside line work.
Kyle Myers is slowly going. He's in 11th place right now, looking at 10th. Chasing down Corey Hines right now. Good race in top 5 up here. 5th on back. 5th all the way back to 11th here.
There we go. Brad Mayhar now making the move on some of these cars here in the top 5 as he continues to work that bottom line.
They almost made some contact there with Daniel Smallwood.
Sorry,
actually, we see Brad Mayhar making his way past Ty Severe now. Ty Severe was your outside pole setter, qualifying in the number 2 position. Ty has now fell back to the 6th position as he is racing that pay-to-win machine. Custom number 40 car.
Look out of here with that shit, bro.
Ty Severe has historically been,
I don't
at
know
least
what
for the
you're
last
talking
year
about.
and a half, the primary builder there at Pay-to-Win for their Be Open, Xfinity Open setups. And back in the mix here in the strength of field race here tonight, as he qualified there in 2nd position, currently running 6th. That's Ty Severa.
So if you're running the high line this whole entire time, you're really going to be burning that right rear up, won't you? If you're running the bottom stuff, you'll be kind of running evenly. Probably won't be burning them up as bad.
Yeah, for me, it just depends on what the track's like. I know you do burn a little different. I get tight when I run the bottom. And then, like you said, I get a little, more neutral or loose if I run the top. But I just want to focus in again here on Brad Mayhar. He made those passes. I stuck with him, so you guys there at home got to see all of it as we were talking here. Brad Mayhar in that custom number 13 car, raceepi.com car, and he has made those passes. He
stayed on the bottom, hadn't he?
Yeah, he made all those passes. He's still on the bottom. He passed Daniel Roper and Spencer Kosowicz of Ryko, and Brad is now currently running in 3rd position behind Daniel Botafuco and Parker S. White.
Basically, he's running where they're not in the corners. I think that's paying off. That's a 2nd place drop down. I'm going to do a little block on him down there. Not block, but taking his run away.
Well, guys, and that's watching these strength of field broadcasts really helps you out if you're a racer here in Xfinity. Because if you go to purchase these setups, you can kind of see how the drivers are running. And it looks like Brad...
Mr. Mikey.
Did we lose Mike?
Yeah, I think Mike was in the middle of something, and he probably went and yelled at the kids. We caught that one time. If you guys were watching our podcast, Mike turned around, muted his nothing, and just yelled, "Shut up!" He just mouthed it, but you knew what he was saying.
No, I don't know what it was. My mic cut out for a minute, but I'm back, guys. I had some audio technical problems, but all I was saying is when you're watching these strength of field races with us here at Area 51 here in our Alien Factory broadcast booth as we bring these things to you each week, pay attention to how the builders and the team drivers are running these things for the setup shop. If you're buying a setup, where they're running and how they're running their set. Brad Mahar is running that bottom, and I know if he's not the builder, he is involved in the building process and the testing process there at but at EPI, that's raceepi.com. So if you go to raceepi.com and you pick up their setup this week, Brad's making it work on the bottom. So guys, that's something to look out for. Maybe that EPI set's meant to work on the bottom. That has some advantages to it. That is not a lot of people are running down there. The disadvantage is I think you get a bit tighter as the race goes on. But yeah, always pay attention to what the builders and the team drivers are doing with the setups in the race so that you kind of know where their mind's at and what kind of a line they're running at, guys.
Tom Myers still on a run. He got ninth place now. These guys are slowly tapping the wall here. Tires are giving up on them. What's the strength you feel? The lowest is like a 5,000. Is that right?
Yeah, well, I believe it was 5,500 was the lowest.
Yeah, and, the strength of field for this race is the highest strength of field we've had yet this year. I've been keeping track of these, and we're at 6.4K strength of field. The lowest I rating in this race is above 5,000, guys. So, or I take that back. No, that is right. It's above 5,000 is the lowest. So,
great line coming off a 4. Ooh, they made it.
And I'll tell you what, we're just going to see this trend continue here with these top split races and the strength of field guys as the season concludes. I mean, we're about 2/3 away through the Xfinity season here in iRacing. And what we're going to see is these strength of fields just continue to be, staggeringly high. I mean, super high. The reason for that being is the Contender Series is starting up. And for all you people out there who are new to iRacing and you're new to a lot of this, have stumbled upon our broadcast through the Be Open community and other things out there, maybe through the podcasts and some of our videos. The way iRacing works is in order to become a pro in the Coca-Cola Pro Series, they're racing the next-gen cars. You have to go through a few steps. And the first step is what they call Road to Pro, which is race through the trucks. And they have a series of races there with championship points calculated. And then they have a first cut and take it down to the top 70.
Or just hit the wall a little bit.
And then those top 70.
That tire is falling back?
Yeah, it's falling back.
But they make a second cut, guys, and they get it down to 20. And the top 20 from the Road to Pro finishers, along with the bottom 20 from the previous year's Coke Series, they have to go and race it out and they take the top 20 of that. That's called the Contender Series. Has 40 drivers in it, and they race the Xfinity cars. And all these teams, they're trying to get their drivers into that treasured Coca-Cola Series where the big payouts are here in iRacing. They have teams trying to get more and more drivers and through that Contender Series, and they're also trying to bring back drivers, guys, that fell out of Coke and was in the bottom 20 the Coca-Cola season. So, yeah, that's what's happening. Those pro teams are out there. They're working on their sets. They're fine-tuning them. And you're going to see all of their top drivers here every Monday night in our Strength of Field broadcast here at the Alien Factory. And that's why these Strength of Fields are just going to continue to soar here on Monday nights, which is going to be great racing for us to broadcast, fellas.
I see something how to run this thing by watching these guys run.
Action in the back here, spot 20, and a crash on the front stretch.
I bet.
Unbelievable, man.
Looks like 19 Bruno got some of that.
But
go on.
If you go back and look at the 11 car on the front stretch there, you'll see the crash there, Mike.
All right, let's go back. We got our replays this week brought to you by the Alien Factory Podcast. Join us every Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern for the Alien Factory Podcast. We took last night off for Labor Day. We take most major holiday weekends off. And we're going back right now. We're rewinding here. On the front stretch.
You know what I see, Scotty? The people that run in the bottom line,
Here it is, guys.
I got hit hard there.
Whoa! Looks like Eduardo.
Yeah, I saw that.
And the car on the outside of him got into it. Let me switch up here to the camera angles of Eduardo Oliverio, and we'll pop right in behind him on the far chase cam here, so we can see what's going on. You guys keep an eye out of what's going on the track, and we'll figure out here in our replay booth what happened on the track here before. Oh, it looks like that car that was right above him, guys. Who is in that white custom? It's Brandon Schmidt. I think
he's slowly falling back. He was up there front for a while.
Yeah, I think Brandon Schmidt was the cause of this right here. Brandon Schmidt comes down a bit.
I don't know.
No, he wasn't. I tell you what, it's Eduardo. When I looked at it from Eduardo's car, I thought maybe it was Brandon, but then as I go back now and look at it from.
Yeah, John Jenkins just passed Wyatt Tinsley.
Right. Well, guys,
and is headed into turn 3.
I thought Brandon Schmidt came down, but he didn't. He's pretty much running his line. I guess Eduardo faded up a little bit. That started that chain reaction there. And you guys are watching in the monitor. Scotty and his guys are keeping their eye on the track. And, yeah, it looks like Eduardo hit Brandon Schmidt a little bit. And that started everything that happened from that point forward.
I think the key to this thing is to run the bottom line, because the guys who have been running the top line, that right rear is fading on them.
But then,
I'm gonna probably hang out on the bottom line most of my race.
And it looks like Mike Bruno came up into the other cars. Could check that one out too. There was a few contacts there on that lap. So the first one was Brandon Schmidt and Eduardo Oliveria. And let's go back and check out and see what happened with Mike Bruno before we catch up with the live action, guys. This is some pretty interesting stuff happening here on this. What I need to do is get us some high-tech picture-in-picture going here. But anyway, so here's Mike Bruno from his car.
And we got a race going on for 18.
He was reacting to the wreck there.
Well, you know what? The black EPI car, man, that dude didn't move. Bruno came up into him. I'm not saying it was bad, but Bruno was on the radio.
I think Bruno was looking at the wreck ahead of him.
Yeah, he might have been. I'm just saying Bruno came up into the other car.
Give it to you guys, right?
There when they were reacting to it. Not saying Bruno did anything massively wrong. I'm just saying I'm looking at the replay here, and Bruno came up.
I'm getting in behind. Go to the bottom.
And hit that custom 19 EPI car there.
I tell you what, any little damage on these B cars, it was
down on the
slow
paper and turn 3.
So anyway, guys, we're back up here with live action.
You got pitting going on.
All right, we see some guys coming to the pit. Ty Severo looks like he's headed in as we pick up back with the live action here in this one. Ty Severo in that custom 40 pay-to-win car rolls into the pit road there, pit lane.
Start running me down the straightaway. Apologize.
Yeah, we have Clayton Hoffman and Patrick.
It looks like Garrett
Gitter.
Haynes is coming into the pit road as well. He just popped back out.
Yeah,
They're
going to
moving
be
forward past
50.
20.
Pitting this time.
Myers is pitting right now.
Gonna stay there. I was quite something, but all right.
I tell you what, Scotty, I think that's going to be the key is to get that bottom line working.
There's Kyle Myers in his black car with the green trim.
Oh, shoot, I'm sorry.
He's rolling through pit lane, heading to his pit box.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with you there on.
It was showing you in front of me, and then it updated right as you started to turn.
Well, Brad Mahar now is battling Parker S. White for the lead. We're going to switch to that. They are running side by side here on my time ticker here in this broadcast software that we're running. I have seen that lead change go back and forth several times, and we have Brad Mahar ahead of Parker S. White right now. But as he pops out of the turn,
allowing third place to come up and race with them.
Yeah, and I tell you what,
they're going 3 wide into turn 1. Look at that.
Brad just smartly gave that up.
That's fresh tires, ain't it?
Probably going to go in the pits here pretty soon.
No, that was fresh tires because Daniel Roper is still behind him. So, yeah, that was lap traffic as Brad Mahar sets to go at it again there with Parker White. Parker White was able to hold him off using that top line, but we'll see for how long that's going to happen. We have a lot of guys cycling through pits. So far, we have Mike Bruno. He went in on lap 51. Daniel Smallwood also went on lap 51. Joseph 51. Brendan Cooler went in on 51.
Leaders are pitting
Johnny
out.
Baldwin,
Leaders are pitting
51.
out.
Kyle Myers went on lap 50, and Garrett Maines on lap 50. Right there you go. They came in run right after the other. We got Parker White and Brad Mayhart coming in and pitting together.
That's what I said. The leaders are pitting out. They're pitting out.
Pitting.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Parker White, he's pulling in his pit
and Daniel
stop.
Roper up on first and second, racing
as
each
well,
other
Daniel.
for
Give you a
first place.
I'm sticking with. We're sticking right here in pit lane.
Oh, there's a
got
a spinner.
There they go. He got it straightened
Oh,
out.
man, the yellow came out for that. The yellow come on.
Oh, he missed the cone.
Spencer got an unsafe entry.
Oh,
I
no.
think my shift was broken. I bounced it to the third and it
He missed the cone.
Well, let's see what that does to the leaders. Now, the leaders will stay out, and if
You
they're
went
not
third to first,
a
too?
lap down yet, which they may not be, we'll check here in just a moment. If they're not a lap down, it'll work out okay. Yes,
No, I
they're out,
went
they're
third.
passing the pace
Better
car.
recognize it as
They're
first.
going to be okay.
I
They're
think
going to be
I
at the
need to
tail
check
end of the lead lap,
What?
and then everybody else is going to cycle into
yeah,
pit.
that's now
They may not be
10
starting
seconds.
first and second, but they will be starting close. You know, Mike Bruno and those guys that were in the first round of pits, they may be starting ahead of the leaders,
Whoever just
but
wrecked,
it's
I love
definitely
you.
going to be close.
Spencer got
What about
it. Spencer
that?
got an unsafe entry.
What brought out the caution? Was it the unsafe entry?
No, it looked like Better Funeral. I think he lost it sideways going in pit.
Yeah,
And then they threw out the yellow.
Oh, and that's when he missed pit.
Yeah,
the
we're going
pit
back
road.
here and checking out the replay
And
here.
Spencer's trying to miss it. And
Yeah, he went around the cone. He's going to get an unsafe entry.
I don't know. I went
Well,
third,
guys, I want to
and,
announce our winner
had to
of the
hit the
halfway
throttle again, and it was
challenge,
still
Area
third.
51
So it's just
Alien
something that
Factory
broke. I'm
Podcast
sorry, I don't know.
halfway challenge winner tonight, and that is Parker S.
confirm.
White,
Bad
as
luck.
he was battling back and forth there with Brad
Yeah, I guess that's
Mayhar.
on you, bud.
You know, I was close. I'm not sure who was in the lead exactly at the moment they crossed the start-finish line, but we're going to go ahead and give it to Parker White. He was dominant that whole first half of the race, and he was clearly in the lead, and I know Brad was making some moves on him, but we're going to give that award to Parker White tonight.
I'll be back.
Guys, and I'm here with Spencer Kosowicz as we're trying to figure out what happened. Which car went sideways, Robert? Was that
I think it's
Botafuca?
better. Yeah, just watch Spencer. You'll see it happen right in front of him going into pit.
Well, we're at Botafuca right now.
Okay, he's going to lose it.
Let's
Do it.
see here.
Did you go too far back?
I
There
might
you
have
go.
went Whoa, here we go.
Keep on going.
Oh.
No, that ain't it. I mean, he completely loses it.
Right.
Keep on going. It was just the last lap we just had. It probably. Well, you really went back, didn't you?
I guess I did. I didn't know I was going back that far. That's all right. We're under caution, guys. We're just pacing around the track as we're trying to catch up here and see what happened with that when that caution came out.
Okay, it's going to be a couple of laps here coming up. Because that's that lap car just passed.
Oh, they're running tight side by side. It's got to be here soon. Man alive, I don't know how we got back so far here in the broadcast booth.
You really got crazy with that button.
There we
There you
go.
go. There you go. There. Now, this is what I don't understand. Yeah, they're but they're both be pitting here.
Whoa, he went sideways trying to get in there. He got
And
it under control.
he made it. Now, look what happened to Spencer. Spencer,
Oh,
I guess
wow.
he had it saved, and then he did that last minute turn to the right and dodged that cone and got himself.
That was it? That was the caution?
Yes.
Wow. Let's get back here and see what happens. Yeah, Spencer got an unsafe pin entry. I'm shocked that caused the caution. I bet Spencer was going too fast or something there.
You think that's what it was?
Maybe. he got either way. He's going to get a hold probably, or maybe a.
Well, that put Parker and Brad back in. I got a delay green right now.
All right, so let's see what that did. So that's all that was just that spinning out. We're back and check that out again here one last time.
That was it.
Yeah, we can see it here from Spencer's point of view here.
Who that?
Hey, I'm back, guys.
Glad you can make it back here to the broadcast there, Scotty.
Did you go get a hot dog for Big Boo Betty? Is that what you did?
Yes, sir. You know it. I had to go get me a hot dog and put some ketchup on it and relish.
Ketchup on a hot dog? Aw, man.
And
All right, so
them onions that you put on there.
I didn't eat ketchup on hot dogs since I was a little kid. It's always been mustard after I grew up.
So
I topped it off with a bunch of chili and big old scoop of cheese.
So, guys, we're getting ready to go green here on lap 57. I want to say, this turned out even, break even there for Parker White and Brad Mahar. But the big winners here were Cody Trelindi, Corey Hines, Eduardo Oliveira, Nuno, Maya, and Brandon Schmidt, John Jenkins, number 3, and Barrett Bonner. They are all some of the big winners here from this caution because of their pit strategy.
Yeah, let's hope they can hang up there and stay up front, right?
Yeah, those guys were a bit farther back. I'm not saying they were in the back or anything.
That
they were
put Spencer all the way back to the 26th position.
Yeah, that really hurt Spencer.
Well, Eduardo gridded back in 25th, and Clayton Hoffman in 21st, Nuno in 22nd.
We got Mike Bruno. He's all the way back in 21st position now.
Actually had a little bit of damage, had to get that fixed.
Yeah, Mike's the last place car that's still on the track. I believe there's somebody off the track. There was 22 cars in this split. Somebody right now is off the track. But Mike Bruno, the last car still on the track. Take that back. There was 29 cars in this split.
But Cody made it up to the top 5. He's in 4th right now.
Yeah, Ty Severa, Tommy Gossett. They're off the track right now. They're in the pits. Yeah, Mike Bruno. I take that back as well. Mike Bruno's in 20th, and then there's 27 cars still out on the track. And the pace car's off. Here we go. Parker White.
I think he took off too early.
Now, there we go, Parker White. He is good to go. He got a good jump there. He is out in front.
I thought you had to wait till the Geico sign before you were able to get going.
No. The restart zones are not in effect here in open races.
We had contact with the 4 and the 29.
Gonna give you the top.
That's Bruno, ain't it?
I thought they were in effect all the time. I thought that was it. I thought that was the whole thing.
No. The restart zones are a feature that they've added that's new that you can employ in hosted races or league races, but they have not made their way into official races as of
They
yet.
need to make that official for all of them, I think.
We got Brad Mahar. He's working the bottom again. He quickly dropped back to 3rd place, but guys, I think he's all the way back up to 2nd again here behind Parker White. The good news is Parker's in the lead again. The bad news for Parker is Brad's right behind him, and Brad worked his way really far up the field during this race. Guys, can somebody go check, either Scotty or Robert, check to see what position that Brad started in? But, I mean, he had to work his way all the way up to the pack to get to Parker the last time and was trying to make the pass. This time he's starting right on Parker's rear end. Brad Mahar, what position he started in? He's down low.
He started 19th.
Okay, so Brad Mahar went from 19th to challenging for the lead there before the caution. Now he is side by side on fresh tires with Parker White.
The lead.
Well, he got the lead for a split second. Then my scorecard hasn't gone back. Now it's back to Brad Mahar.
He's on the bottom there. He's taking it.
Yeah, they are. The lead is just switching back and forth.
But that top line gets such a fast run off of the turn. When they're up high like that, it's hard for that low line to get in front of them.
I think that's when you got to wait to have the guys on the outside burn that right rear up a little bit.
That high car, that top line is taking away his exit groove that he needs to be able to get speed off the exit.
You know what? Brad is committed to running that low line the whole race. And he is going to work his way up through this field. He has, as he's done for 19th position, now cleared to second place. Now my sports car showed him the lead. Now it's switched back to Parker White. I mean, what a race this is.
He's got him here. He's going to get him right here. He's taking him right here. Oh, it's so close.
You got to run. You got to run.
He's got to run the next one. Next corner.
He got him here.
There he is. He's
clear, but we'll see what happens as they exit the turn.
He's going to go up on a highlight here and block that run a little bit.
I think he's got him, guys.
Yeah, he's got him.
I was surprised.
It looked like Parker White backed out of it there going into the turn.
Well, there you have it, guys. Brad Mahar.
He's changing his line, too. He's changing his line to the low line.
Not only is he the hard charger going from 19th to first position, I don't think there's anybody else in the field that has made that kind of move in this race from 19th to first. Not only that, but he was by far the fastest car in the long run there in that first big, long stint before the caution. He is now
Johnny Jenkins from 29th to 8th right now. Eduardo 25th to 4th.
That's the exact same. Isn't that about the exact same difference there? John Jenkins from 29th to 8th is what, 17 or 19?
21.
20. Okay, 21.
Yeah, he's the biggest mover.
Wow.
Eduardo's got 21. He's got from
Eduardo's got 21. He's they're both.
I'm not trying to take anything away from Eduardo or John Jenkins at all. That they're doing really good in this race, but I want to say they were beneficiaries of the guys pitting before the caution.
In other words, they didn't do the work of driving themselves all the way to the front like Brad did. Is that what you're saying?
Brad did the hard work. He drove himself all the way to the front before this caution.
It's the strategery has got him there. Strategery got him.
Rules on how you had to be the top one to the.
That's right. There was no
top charger.
The hard charge. StentAnalyzer.com hard charger.
Well, I tell you what,
award,
it's I don't care. Like Scotty said, even though the pit stops and the caution came out to played on their favor, they still got 21 positions.
That's it.
And Brad is just leaving them now.
Yeah, and behind Brad is just, I think he's going to walk away from the rest of the field.
No means are we underplaying what Brad Mahar has accomplished in this race.
No.
That was a big feat to go from 19th to first and do it without any help from caution.
Yeah, Brad Mahar, your current leader here in the race, followed by Parker White, who's led the majority of the race up until now. Then in third place, you have Wyatt Tinsley. He is in third place. Fourth place, Eduardo Oliveira. Cody Trelindi, your overall championship points leader here in the Open Series, Xfinity Open class here in iRacing. He's running.
Oh, they're all pretty tight here.
Yeah, Corey Hines is in sixth. Seventh place is Clayton Hoffman. Eighth place, John Jenkins. Ninth place, Brandon Schmidt. 10th place is just moved into 10th place by passing Nuno Maya is Daniel Smallwood. That rounds out.
Yeah, but Nuno's working back. Nuno's working his way back past Daniel.
Yeah, and right there's Nuno's car just right by the screen here as we got that crank it up here going. We hear those cars just zooming by us here through the camera. We are cranking it up, guys. Going a little farther back in the field, we have one of
you get up, that means be quiet.
Well, we have one of our higher championship points holders here in the Xfinity Series, and that is Anthony Federico. He's the number 26 car in this race, fellas. He is currently running in 15th position. Kyle Myers right in front of him. And Daniel Galafuco is all the way back in 16th position now. I
believe he is the one that brought the caution out, too.
Yes, absolutely. And the pit stop was not kind to him there when he brought that caution out. Barrett Bonner there of Ryko. He's the number 21 car in this race. That's the iRacing number. Not sure what his custom number is, but he's currently in 17th position. Garrett Maines, the pro driver. He's the number 1 car in this race. He is struggling. Garrett is in 18th position, right in front of Mike Bruno. I don't think there's any damage on Garrett's car as he zips by us there in that black and yellow car. I don't see any damage, but just struggling a bit here in 18th position in this high strength of field race, guys. I think this is some of the best racing in iRacing you've seen, brought to you by Area 51.
We got 17 laps to go, too.
Absolutely, we're lap 73 of 90 here, folks. Tyler Groff in 20th position. We haven't seen much of Tyler this race up towards the front. There, Tyler in that black EPI car. He had a little bit of action there when he was the car that was up on the black car up on the outside, the high area there, that they were trying to stay away from as Mike Bruno came up the track and made some contact there in front of the car. So he was in the mix there with some of that contact on the front stretch after the car got loose. So yeah, but Tyler's in this race. We haven't seen a whole lot from him. Johnny Baldridge is another one who's usually a top contender here in the strength of field races. But guys, the competition has really been kicked up this week with a 6,400 strength of field. Johnny's struggling this week back in 21st position. Casey Kosowicz has not recovered from that penalty there, currently running 22nd.
Tell you what, there's still people holding on to the high line. Some people are taking the low line now.
Off the track in the front stretch. Woo. Oh, he saved it. Did you find that one, Mike?
You catch the guy's name?
I did not. It happened so fast, I couldn't pinpoint the car. It was a red Ford.
I tell you what, if you don't have his name, Mikey can't find it.
It's on the front stretch.
Yeah, I need a name there, Scotty. I need a name or an iRacing number, not the custom numbers. I like the custom numbers in these cars. Everybody kind of makes them custom because their personality as far as the looks go. But as far as the functionality goes, we're trying to broadcast a race. Oh, I can't stand custom numbers. It's the bane of my existence while broadcasting.
Fade into your existence. We got a good race going back here with Brendan Smith and Corey Hines trying to catch the guys in front of him.
Brad Mayhar's just pulled away. You got Parker White, Eduardo Oliveria, and Cody Chalindi all lined up here as you were just inside Cody's car. All lined up there, racing pretty hard with each other, trying to fight for a spot in that top 5. John Jenkins just moved into the top 5. He's going to be your 5th place position car right now.
Jesus Christ, you are something
Name
special.
for you, Mikey. It was Barrett Bonner.
Yeah, what happened there with Barrett?
Well, it looked like he got into the wall, and then when he corrected it, he went out to the grass and just took a little drive through the grass across the
That's so easy to happen. You got that wheel cranked, and you give him the throttle.
Oh, yeah. It's easy to do.
Yeah, Patrick Gitter just made a pass there on Brendan Kohler, he's up in the 23rd position now. So there's been some moving around back there towards the back, and in 26th place is Lawson Field. That's the last car that's still running. He's in 26th position. So there are currently 26 cars on track. Wyatt Tinsley, Ty Severa, and Tommy Gossett are all showing out of the race. Wyatt's 3 laps down, Ty's 30 laps down. Tommy Gossett, 59
Do you think there was another caution that we didn't see? That's why they're out of it?
No, the caution. I guess they could have blown up, or they could have, gotten some contact with another car with no caution. If you feed down into the infield there or something, it does not cause a caution. You got to be on the track, on the racing surface. Or in the back stretch, if the wreck feeds down to the bottom concrete area.
Bonner in the wall at turn 1. He saved it.
That's twice, huh?
Yeah, there's Barrett Bonner. We see him right there in that black and red Ryko machine, the custom number 4 car.
Well, Brad Mayhart is in a what do you call it, zip code all of his own back there.
Yeah, I know there's such thing as a Darlington stripe, but I didn't know if there was a Kansas stripe or not. But if there is one, Brad Mayhar's got it in this race. He's been struggling with that outside wall a few times here in the last 10 laps, probably.
Watching Brad Mayhart, I think that's the line you guys need to learn how to practice on there.
Yeah, now Mike Bruno is right behind Garrett Main. And Mike has worked his way up a bit here. During that restart, he was in like 21st position, I think. He's worked his way up to 17th. He's the 16 car in this race. But he's struggling with a bit of damage there. And I know on a super speedway like this here at Kansas, that damage can really, really affect your race times. Scotty, I know that it could easily knock you down, 1, 2, 3, 4 tenths a lap, depending on how much aero damage you have, and that's with your engine's still at full power.
Yeah.
Well, Brad Mayhar's a friend of the channel. We'll surely find out his strategy and all this stuff.
I tell you what, Brad Mayhar, he is way out. He is checked out
He's
into
gone.
his own zip code. Absolutely. Still running the bottom, guys. I just want to point that out. We're watching Brad Mayhar's car right now, that raceepi.com car, custom number 13. Still running the bottom.
And a lot of these cars are still running the high line. I think you got to get your car, if it's not working on the bottom, I think you need to change your setup to get it work on the bottom and the top.
I mean, Brad ran the top a few times there after he got the lead, but then he quickly, a few laps later, maybe a handful of laps later, he switched right back to the bottom now. And that's where he's running, guys. I mean, he is solid there on the bottom. We only got 6 more laps to go in this race.
I think it saves your right rear tire running that bottom because you're not always on the throttle like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it does, but I said it does make you a little tighter. I know depending on how your set is built, you can definitely wear the right front a little more.
Scotty's got a Cadillac set out there, and you can run it any way you want to, huh, Scotty?
I can tell you, Mike, driving the set that I'm running, you don't have to worry about it being tight on the bottom.
Now, I tell you what, looking to see who else is going to slip into the podium here, guys. That's where the action's out on the track, and that's where we're going to stay for the last 5 laps of this race. You got Parker White leading that pack there. He is in 2nd position, followed by Eduardo Oliveira, and then you got John Jenkins and Cody Trelindi battling there for 4th and 5th positions. But it's anyone's game, anyone's race right here for this top 5. If these guys slug it out, then there's a little bit of a gap, several car lengths back between them and the next pack of guys, and Brandon Schmidt's leading that 2nd pack. But these guys in the top 5, they're pretty locked in together, and you got John Jenkins, Cody Trelindi still running side by side as Cody Trelindi takes that middle to high line.
It's just hard for that bottom car to get up there and get that run there.
Well, it makes no surprise to me that John Jenkins is running the bottom. He's an EPI team driver there with Brad Mayhar.
How's your forward drive?
Yellow's out.
Yep, with 4 laps to go. We're a green, white, check and finish.
Yellow's out.
Yeah,
Anybody see the caution?
No.
But yeah, John's running that bottom line the same as Brad is. That doesn't surprise me one bit, guys. Let's get back here and check.
Maybe where Nuno's at or something.
I heard Mike Bruno say something, so I'm just going to go back and check in with him and see if he saw or was around this at all.
Sorry, 2nd to last.
No.
Definitely still a good spot in this SoF.
I'm not sure where that was at, guys. You got to find it for me because we weren't focused on that. We were standing. Oh, there we go. I found it.
Who was it?
Wow. It was Tyler Groff there in that black EPI car. Got mixed up with the custom number 41 Ryko car there of I think it's James R. Holton, or I think that's how you pronounce it. Holton. They got together. Let's go here and see exactly what happened.
Looks like the 41 just came up and hit him in the side. Thought that room was there and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Go back again. I didn't see that.
That door was not open for him, and he slid right up into him.
I don't know. Go back a little further.
Yeah, let's go and let's look at the telltale camera. These like the telltale tack gauges on the dash of the car. We got that telltale camera angle here. The far chase camera really gets you a good view of who was running what line here. We're going to stick with Tyler Groff's car and see what happens here with James Hutton.
Yeah, Tyler Groff was holding the line.
Oh yeah, oh wow.
Oh,
There's no doubt. There is no doubt.
Man.
He came up and got it.
Yeah, that Ryko
41.
car, James Hutton, he just came up and got him. Wow.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying. Down the bottom, you got to really be turning that wheel from it. I know it's getting close to the end of the race, but
He must have just been tight. James Lee was fading up.
oh yeah, he was tight.
Both guys are trying to take the same line on the exit there.
So iRacing, they really on these restarts, they really need to go back to that Geico. If it's available, they need to go ahead and use that Geico line as a restart zone for all open and everything.
James Hutton car has a decent amount of damage along with Tyler Groff's car.
Do you guys agree with that?
Oh yeah, I agree.
I think if this is going to be a simulator, we're making it as real to real life as we can.
Yes.
Yeah, we need a restart zone. I mean, I think they're piloting it. They're doing some testing with it. I mean, Robert, they want to make sure that everything's working the way it should before they roll it out.
Why should that stop them? They never done it before. That's what they throw a patch in to fix it, right?
I agree with Robert. We need to have the restart zone enforced. I think.
I think that's where they're headed. What I think is they're rolling it out in phases. They're rolling out.
Why would they never wait before? They always throw it out there before. Oh yeah, we need to fix this.
Right. Well, if you roll down the leagues and hosted races, you have admins that can clear black flags or anything that's caused by any bugs.
All what I'm saying is iRacing never hardly does it before. They throw something out there that didn't work and throw a patch in the next 2 weeks after the people complain.
Green white checker.
Yes, it's going to
So
be.
that's what I'm getting at. That's what they never stopped iRacing before. Throw something out there that weren't quite ready.
There you saw the cars darting into the pits there as they were taking their tires here during this.
Probably going to be
yellow
canceled
flag.
for saying that.
But we are back live on track. Let's see if we can get completely live. There we go. We're back live on track here. Is the cars? They're still single file, and you see Parker White there heating up his tires.
So bad by Brad. He had that big lead. He had this thing already sewed up.
So I'm thinking, if you're Brad, what do? Do you keep running the bottom that's worked for you and give him the opportunity to get a run on the outside just for a split second to possibly get a win? Or do you go up and take that top groove away from him?
Take that top groove away from him and make him fight for the bottom.
Yeah, because Parker has not ran the bottom yet this race, I don't think. He has strictly ran the top groove. So
he did a little bit after Brad passed him, but then he went back to the top.
Right. So Brad has done both. He's ran the bottom most of the race, but I've seen him go to the top a few times, and he can run the top. So I'm thinking the same thing. If I'm Brad Mayhar, I'm thinking I'm gonna try to jump. I'm gonna try to jump out in front. Yeah, get a jump on the start here. Get out in front of Parker. And then try to take that top line away from him.
Take that top line. That's right.
Yeah, it's going to be a good run to the end here.
We might have another green-white checker.
We might have, because we'll see a lot of...
we got some big egos down here, top 5, top 10.
We're going to see a lot of lane switching going on, a lot of side-by-side. And they're off. Brad Mayhar gets the jump.
They're watching Brad.
Behind.
Yep, Brad Mayhar, he's out to the front.
Botafuco, I think.
Yep, he goes clear to the top, just like we talked about. And no, he goes to the bottom. He keeps that bottom line.
Then have to go up to the top and take that top side coming off the free.
There we go.
Yeah,
don't let
hold
Parker
him
White
off
up on the top.
On that run out of the top line.
No, he doesn't.
He goes clear to the bottom again. All right. Well, he's confident with that bottom.
Bit near.
The problem
He's going to run.
Will Parker have anything for it? They're in the 1 and 2.
Here we go. We're on the white flag lap.
Brad's got a good pull on the outside there coming up. I don't think Parker's going to have anything for him.
He went
Here we
low
go.
with it.
We're coming out of turn 4 here, ready to take the checker.
Whoa,
Parker hit the wall.
Good race,
Brad
guys.
Mayhar is one.
There we go. Yep, Brad Mayhar. And Parker was able to keep it together for a second place finish there. So we got Brad Mayhar is your winner tonight. And then Parker White finishing second Eduardo Oliveira in third, John Jenkins in fourth, Brandon Schmidt in fifth place, sixth place Daniel Roper,
Oh man, I hope that's
and
missing. I
seventh
hope that's
place
worth
Cody
missing something.
Trelendi. I tell you what,
Man,
that green-white checker did not go favorable for our championship points leader in Cody Trelendi tonight. He had a much better finish than what we ended up with. And Kyle Myers is in eighth. In ninth place, Clayton Hoffman, and 10th place, rounding out our top 10, is Daniel Smallwood. I'll give a runner-up award tonight, and that was for Nuno Maya, friend of the channel, who is finished in 11th position, just outside of the top 10.
Myers did pretty good, finish 8th. Anybody knows Eduardo and he needs a drink, tell him to come on up here.
Hey, we got Parker White with us.
Hey, Parker.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
That was a good finish.
Parker.
Yeah, that was a good finish.
Yeah, I tell you what, Parker, we were watching that, and looks like they're in turn 4, or coming out of turn 4 in that last lap. Things started to get a little squirrely for you. What happened with your car there?
Yeah, I just kind of threw everything I thought of into the car. We were really struggling with hitting the splitter in the track. I was pretty good that first run there. I was able to gap the field by about half a second, and then Brad eventually got up here. He started in the back, and he was still way faster than me at that point. So, like I said, our car was really far in the ground, and that was hurting our overall drive. Like, obviously, you want to be hitting the splitter a little bit, but not as much as we were. So, I had to pick the splitter up off the ground, and I put 80 tape on it, so it's going to be looser. So, I just kind of sent it off in there, just hoping for the best. And it got loose. I was able to save it luckily, but yeah, I felt like we would have been able to contend with Brad if we had the splitter up off the ground a bit more. We need a little bit more in the car just with overall drive, but the setup was pretty good. I worked on it before the race, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with our result.
Well, at least you didn't have your dog walking you down there this time, right?
Yeah, we were good this race.
Yeah, so Brad, or not Brad, Parker, let me ask you this. So like I said, coming out of turn 4 that last lap, looked like either touched the wall or got loose or something, but you're able to collect it there to maintain your second place finish. But what kind of happened with the car just coming out of that last turn of the race?
Yeah, like I said, I just sent it off in there, and it started to get tight, and I hadn't really gone over the bumps in 3 and 4 without actually hitting them the whole race. So
right.
I kind of got to the exit of the corner, it snapped loose, and I went up like half a pound on each air pressure, so the tires felt different. So
kept your foot in, huh?
Yeah, I kept my foot in. I got loose, and I think I lifted just a little bit, but the right rear got the wall, but at least I still got second. So yeah.
Yeah, and
that was a good save. That was a good save.
Yeah, we were watching the first half of the race, and I mean, you were out front, and I think you led the most amount of laps in the race, even though you didn't win the race, but you got the most amount of laps led in the race, and you really settled into that top line up there. Is that really what you built your car for this week, was to run that top line?
Yeah, I really didn't think the bottom was going to work that much, so I just built it for the top, and it was working pretty good. And then eventually I ran the bottom and 1 or 2 one lap, and I was like 2/10 faster, so I kind of had to adjust to that. And then once I adjusted to it, I was fine.
It looked like you'd be able to save your right rear tire on running the bottom and running the top. Do you have good tire wear tonight too?
Not necessarily. The tires wore a good bit. Like, that was one thing Brad was good with. His tires were really good at basically any part in the run, and like, we were just hitting the track so much that we'd be plowing tight, then we'd be wrecking loose off the corner. So it was just trying to be easy on the throttle off exit, just try to save the right rear. And the first run, like I said, we were really good there, and the right rear was still good at the end of the run. And then the second run, I was trying to drive over the bumps without it, or try to drive over it harder just to try to get it to go through them better, but that didn't help at all. So yeah, tire wear could have been better, but I think we can adjust it and make it a bit better for us.
I find what's hard is at turn 1. It's the track smooth, except for someone left the big old bump in the middle of turn 1, and once in a while you hit that thing and it shoots you up to the wall.
Yeah, it was weird because there's, like you said, there's a really big bump in the middle, but we were able to go over that one just fine. It was just in 3 and 4, like on the bottom especially, we would just try to wrap the paint. Like, I'd do it a few laps, and we just hit the bumps and go straight and no turn at all. And like, Brad was extremely good at doing that. Like, he wasn't hitting the splitter at all. I'm sure his splitter's still low to the ground, obviously, but we had no drive, just hitting the splitter. And actually 3 and 4 is smoother than 1 and 2 when we were hitting the track more in 3 and 4 than we were in 1 and 2. So yeah, if like bottom 1 and 2 is really good for me. I was able to roll that really well, and top wasn't maybe the best, but it was still decent.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, even though you didn't win the race, you got second place. I mean, that in this strength of field, that is insane.
I think the lowest guy was 5,050 or something. I don't know. He was 5,000,
It was like
5,500.
5,500, I think, was the lowest guy. And here's Nuno, I think, or something like that. But the strength of field in this race was over 6,400. So, man, first, second, whatever. I mean, that is an extremely good showing here in this high strength of field race. This one, I think it's the highest one we've seen yet this season in the B Open is 6,400 plus strength of field. So congratulations on your finish tonight, Parker. It was definitely a solid finish.
Yeah, thank you. Definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, anybody you want to, any shout outs you want to give, anybody you want to thank, or tell people how to find you guys there with setups or anything like that before you leave us.
Yeah, I just have to thank my team, Northwest Racing, and SRD setup. Setup I ran tonight was basically just the SRD setup, but I just lowered the splitter a little bit, and that obviously killed us. And I went down on the cross about probably 0.5%. But yeah, stock SRD set should actually maybe even be better than this one, so I'll have to give that a try.
Absolutely. Thanks, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Guys, there you have it. Your second place finisher tonight, Parker White.
Yep, thank you guys for your time.
Yep. Absolutely, man. Anytime.
You gonna bring anybody out down here, Mikey? Well, we're out here waiting on you to see if we can find some more other drivers, like that Brad Mayhart. I'll tell you what, he ran the bottom all the way through. He never gave that bottom line up, and it worked for him.
Hey, Eduardo, Schmidt says all good. He doesn't have voice chat.
I think Mikey's out there making phone calls on his iPhone to get people up here.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, Robert, we're out making some contacts and everything here, and
I'm just gabbing.
If anybody knows how to get a hold of Eduardo, I know that he hasn't been in the channel, as of yet for anything, and he finishes pretty decent. He's third place finisher tonight. If any of y'all know Eduardo, and he would like to give him
I think he drives for EPI. Well, he gets their setups from them.
Yeah, but I don't know that he's part of a team. But
no, I don't think he's part of the team. But that's the setups he's running. He owes me a set, and he owes me one.
But yeah, if anybody knows Eduardo, reach out to him. Maybe we can get him an invite here to the broadcast booth. And I even checked over in the Nuno Maya's official, unofficial Be Open Discord, and he's not in there either. So yeah, if you all know Eduardo, it'd be good to hear from him. And yeah, get
a hold of Brad. You find Brad. He's still celebrating.
I think he's still celebrating over there with his teammates, and yeah, that's good. And I want to see if I can maybe we can get a couple of the Ryko guys. They finished pretty strong. Brandon Schmidt finished in 5th place, and then Cody Trelindi, your championship points leader, in 7th. Maybe a couple of those guys can shoot over. And we can talk to them about their race. I know Brandon benefited from the pit stop there. And
Brad had been having some bad races. He didn't do too good at Glen. He hit spun out there, and I think he got wrecked at Darlington too, didn't he? Here's Cody.
All right, yeah, there's Cody Trelindi. And let's give him a shout out. I don't know if Brandon's over in your guys' Discord, but see if he wanted to come over too, being a new driver there with you guys, Cody. But you guys had a pretty strong finish tonight as a team. Brandon Schmidt finished 5th place, and you finished 7th. And I want to say that green-white checkered Cody was not kind to you. Looked like you were really solid there in 4th and 5th. And after the green-white checkered, you shuffled back to 7th. So what kind of happened there with you there in that green-white checkered that kind of got you shuffled back a few spots?
That was me asleep at the wheel. So just got a bad restart.
I was talking to these guys on that first restart there. I thought you had to go with the Geico start, and I didn't. Mikey said no, that's not implemented on the open stuff, and because Brad, the pace card went in and he just took off. Well, what? He took off. He's going to get black flag. Mikey said no, it's not implemented here, and I was grabbing iRacing for not having it implemented.
Now, come on, Cody. I was hoping for something juicy here in the post-race interview. I thought maybe you were going to tell me somebody got into you or like something juicy. No, I fell asleep at the wheel on the restart. Come on.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Mike. No, I
need some juicier stuff here, man.
You were waiting for him to go with the Geico line, weren't you?
yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because he took off like a Nuno did in Texas one time, and Nuno got a black flag for it. He went in past the pace car, but years ago, I thought he took off like that. Man, he's gonna get black flag, but no. I tell you what, I think iRacing needs to fix that, make it happen to all track.
I'm sure it's coming, but yeah, my research were pretty terrible already, so something we definitely got to work on going forward, especially since my main nemesis and Brandon Schmidt's on our team now. So equal equipment, so definitely got to be on top of my game.
You didn't have to worry about tire spin like we did on the Darlington?
No, not at all. So they hooked right up. It was actually a second gear start, so a lot of torque there. It's just if you don't hit the gas pedal at the right time, you're going backwards. So we saw that live action.
Well, hey, Cody, if you get a chance there, why don't you click on your nemesis' name here in Discord and see if you can send him an invite to the channel here. We'll talk to him. Maybe we can get you guys to talk about this. Yeah, it's kind of odd. You say your nemesis is now on your team as far as somebody you can compete against every week.
How did that all happen?
That's interesting. You guys got a big team. Somebody you're racing hard against every week, and now all of a sudden, instead of being competition, I mean, he's still competition, but now he's on your team. So, like, how does that dynamic work?
So it's definitely odd when we were testing this afternoon, seeing his name in there with us. So it's actually really cool. I don't know all the backstory behind it. Obviously, like I've said before, I'm just a steering wheel holder. So really cool to have him in there. He's done a lot. He's been in the Coke Series, won a lot of races. So just having that experience around us is really awesome and going to elevate us to that next level.
I thought they were going to take his hard card away because what happened to him in Glen. I think he did a self spin in Darlington last week, or got involved with something. I was thinking they were going to walk to his trailer and just pull that hard card away.
Well, pulled the hard card and got an upgrade, huh?
There you go, got an upgrade with Ryko. So, Brandon, welcome to the channel, man. Glad you're able to pop in. We're just having a good time here, kind of at your expense, but that's okay. We're just having fun. You started up your new YouTube channel. Before we ask you any questions, I know here the last few months you've been doing a lot of live streaming. Why don't you give a shout out to your YouTube channel? Anybody watching the broadcast tonight, check out Brandon. He's gonna let you know how to find him.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, just my name, Brandon Schmidt, on YouTube. It's got a little iRacing logo as the thumbnail for the profile picture. But yeah, I try to live stream a lot of races, whether it's a high strength field or a low strength field, just for something to do. And it's gotten a little bit bigger, as the time went on. So I appreciate it if anyone could check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. And, here at Area 51, we just feel like, the pie is not a fixed amount. We can make a bigger pie, and rising tide lifts all boats. So we enjoy promoting other fellow YouTubers and streamers and content creators. So, I saw that go in the back of your car there where you're advertising it, Brandon, and some of these strength of field races over the last few months. And always trying to give you a shout out in the broadcast to go check you out, and appreciate if anybody watches, if Brandon, if you're still streaming, anybody's watching your stream, come check us out too. I think we can all help each other grow and get the community, lift the whole community up together. So appreciate that. Glad you stopped by, man. You had a 5th place finish tonight. Now, how did that caution play out for you? Not the last green white checker, but the mid race caution. I don't think you were quite up there in the top 5.
Betafuto brought that out, right? Betafuto brought that one out, or did we miss it?
No, that was Daniel Betafuto brought that out. But I'm just wondering how that played out for you, Brandon, because I don't think you were quite up in the top 5 at that point. Did that caution benefit you mid race?
Oh, 100%. I had a pretty good, decent qualifying effort, I guess, for Kansas. Track positions, everything here. And I think I qualified 9th. But yeah, I thought I was running a decent pace because I was right there with Cody for a while, or he was right behind me for a while, and he was kind of being patient. And I figured, well, if he's riding behind me, then I must be having a decent pace. And if I was going too slow, he'd want to pass me right away and whatever. But yeah, I don't know what I did. I just started to get a little too free, and I made one little mistake, and I got passed. And then I think it was Eduardo. I'm not sure if we net coded or what, but he got into the side of me, and I thought he killed the car because it was it was
So,
driving.
is that the one he was kind of coming off of 4 there? Is that the one?
Yeah, it was on the front stretch. I think right after the start finish line or something, or before it. I don't know, but it ended up being like 10 or 12 seconds of damage, so it wasn't bad.
Bad
And
enough, though.
Yeah, it was just a bad deal, and so I mean, from there on out, green flag pit stops are going on, and I thought, well, I got nothing left to lose. I lost all my track position, so might as well stick it out. And I was just getting ready to pit the next lap, and then the caution came out. So yeah, it definitely 100% benefited me. I was surprised when I only had that little bit of damage, and once I got the track position back and had a better understanding of the feel of the car, then I was set, and just happy to survive that green-white checkered.
If I'm not mistaken, this is probably one of your best finish you had in last 3 weeks.
Yeah, Darlington, I was running really good at last Monday. We had green flag pit stops, and then some lapper spun out in front of me going into one, and just killed my car, and that cost me a lot of points on Cody. I think he had a good race, or no, he blew up, so I would have gained a lot of points on him that race. But I was able to catch a decent strength field at 3,700 strength field race. I think I won that one. So, but it was nothing in points what I would have got for run top 5 there.
So now let's talk just for a second, Brandon. Now I just got the announcement from Kim Byron earlier today or yesterday that a couple additions to the Ryko family. He brought on Tommy Gossett, and then I also saw the release there where you're now part of the Ryko family there at Ryko Performance. Kind of, you want to tell everybody how that kind of came to be? I know that you've been running real hard against them all season, and Cody was talking about you guys, kind of being rivals, here in the points chase here in the B Open. And so kind of tell us the story, man. How did that happen? And I'm sure you're excited there to be part of the Ryko family now.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity, and truthfully, I owe a lot to Pay to Win, Ty Severin and Anthony Federico and Johnny Baldridge and Kyle Brummett. I joined their team like a year ago, and I started racing more open stuff instead of the fixed series stuff because, like Cody said, I'm a steering wheel holder. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a, I don't know how to set these up like they do. So they kind of got me, back up on the map, I guess, in the open series. And Cody and I have had, for a long time during the start of the midway through the season or whatever, we were swapping back and forth in points week in and week out. But we've always raced each other really clean. I don't think we've ever really made contact with each other, if I'm not mistaken. But always raced each other.
I think Cody different. I heard
I bet Cody's got a good memory. Cody, what do you say? Is that accurate?
Maybe.
It was my fault. I wrecked him at Iowa.
I don't even remember that. But I mean, when you're racing this many weeks in a series like this, you're gonna have contact, whether it's a teammate or not with someone. But I guess I know it's not intentional because I've been racing them for so long in these strength field races that I know it wasn't intentional. That's why I don't remember it. But so anyway, yeah, Joey Brown and Ken and Brad Wright, they've been messaging me for, I don't know, past couple months, asking me to come over. And, at first it was nothing personal against Ryko or anything like that. I was just, never one to hop teams. And once I felt at home.
You don't want to do a Tommy. You don't want to do a Tommy Gossett. I was saying Tommy switched teams like more than Elizabeth Taylor's been married.
Yeah, I just don't like to do that. Some people do it, some people don't. I just, once I feel at home with a group of guys, I like it that way. But finally I thought, well, maybe if I ever want to get back into the mix of making a run for the top series again, this would probably be the best opportunity I get. And
it looks like you're on a real good team right now with Cody in there. And your builders and stuff. Yeah,
it's a great group of guys, and there was never a question of like, oh, they're not a good group of guys. It was just a question of like feeling bad for leaving. That was the only thing that was stopping me. It was feeling bad for leaving the group of guys that I was running with, and it was really only 3 guys: Johnny, Anthony, and Kyle. But like I said, I had to do what was, I think, best for me. And that was to just take them up on the offer, and and I'm only coming over here because not for just myself, but because of the group that they have over here. A lot of them I've been racing for years. Joey Brown, we were teammates back in the LRM days, the last Real Motorsports days back in like 2013, 2014, in the Pro Series and the Coke Series together. And so, yeah, we've been friends a long time, and I knew it'd be a good choice to come over.
Absolutely. And I want to say, this year, Cody, I know that Ken and you and everybody over there at Ryko has really made it one of your top priorities to really dominate and to really make a showing in the overall point standings for the B Open and really show what you guys have as a team. And you've been doing that so far as our points leader, and you've been trading blows a bit week to week with Brandon as far as points goes. And so really, I mean, I think adding Brandon to the team there, Cody, it really fits in line with your guys' goal of dominating the championship points lead here in B Open.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely takes the pressure off because if I screw up, Brandon still wins. Lets us kind of relax a little bit. But I was all for bringing Brandon. I know he was our toughest competition, but whatever he has that I don't, he can teach me that, and vice versa. So it's going to be a good battle to the end. Really glad to have him on board.
It's hard to find a team, teammates that everybody gets along well. I've been on a couple of teams, but it just seems like it's hard. But you guys are gelling pretty good.
Oh yeah, and not that I didn't think Ryko would be a good fit for me, but I've been on really, really, talented teams before, and it was really toxic. And I didn't want to deal with that. I'm not saying I thought that this would be like. I just, I had no idea. But it's, from my experience so far, and it's only been, a week or so, but, yeah, I have no complaints. And I was already picking Cody's brain, during the race and before in practice about, how to run this track. Cause I've always struggled here. I was leading a Coke race back in like 2014 here with like 14 laps to go, and I walled myself because I suck here. And,
it looked like the high line was coming back here like it did a few years ago.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're, like on fresher tires, you're probably a good 0.2 a lap quicker, maybe, running up top right next to the fence. But it's just you can't do it that way for the whole run, otherwise you'll kill your tires, and that's what I did apparently.
So Brandon, I've already asked Cody about this, but he started that green-white checker in either fourth or fifth. I can't remember. It was right there. He was battling with John Jenkins for fourth before it came out, and you were back behind him a little. I mean, it's a couple spots.
Did you fall asleep too on the restart?
So I asked Cody what happened. He says, "Oh, I just fell asleep on the restart and lost it all on the restart." So how did you make it up those couple spots? Were you on the gas when Cody was asleep? Is that what happened?
I think Cody was right behind me on that restart, if I remember right. So maybe it was me that was sleeping, and then he.
Yeah, so I became a bot on pit road and slid through my pit stall. So I went from fourth to seventh in the pits.
Okay.
And, yeah, it was a hot mess that last.
Okay, so Brandon picked up the spot on you in the pits then.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and like my wife gives me shit a lot because she'll be watching the races or whatever, and she'll see me slide through the pits at a very crucial time. And I tell myself, don't do it. And then
choke.
I try to get in too hard to make up that one little spot that I could maybe, and I slide through and I cost myself 3 or 4 spots. So been there, done that. But yeah, he was restarting behind me, and I just when you try to peek out from the car in front of you, the other car tries to come left so you can't see, and that's what happened. And then they took off, and but I'm just happy I survived. We didn't get wrecked. I probably made up like 20 points on Cody, which isn't great, but the way my season has been going, the second half, I'll take it.
Cody got like a 500-point lead right now? Is that
401?
Oh, 401.
Yeah, he's not counting nothing.
Darlington was rough. So last question before I let you guys talk about your sponsors and where to get your setups and all that stuff. Last question before that. So this, guys, is dreaded week 13. I mean, it's the time when all the guys from A Open come down and run B and C, and then everybody else, a lot of the short track guys come up and run the B and C, to be the trucks and the Xfinity, because we're the only show in town. It's week 13, and everything else is doing unranked stuff, or you got the rookie stuff. going on down there that nobody wants to get involved in. So you got everybody in iRacing coming in and running. They'll run the NIS races. There's like 5 or 6 of those going on this week. Then you got your B Open races and your C Open races, and that's it. All the fixed races, they're not running this week. So all those guys, if they want to race competitively in ranked races, they're going to be running B Open and C Open.
We got John Jenkins just showed up here.
Yeah, so just asking. So are you? What do you guys? You guys going to race some of these? Are you going to set out some? Like, is any of that going into into your decision making about what your race schedule is going to be like this week?
Not at all. So if you look at it, the top, say, 8 of the finishing order this week was actually B Open regulars. Dan Roper's on our team, so he helps us test every week. So really proud of that. And looking at it just through my spreadsheet here, this is actually the highest SoF race we've had all season.
Yeah.
That's what we were saying during the broadcast. Yeah, the highest. Yep.
Because it could be a one and done because you're probably not going to pick up this many championship points.
You can't pick up wins if you're not racing.
Well, that's true.
There you go, Robert. Cody's out for wins. There you
Yeah,
go.
I mean, at this point in the season, like, if someone's 8 weeks behind us, I don't care if they win. I just want to finish in front of Cody or right behind him. That's it. That's all I care about.
You guys are gonna have it locked up. Like, I know I have the one drop week out of Miss Daytona, but like once the end of October hits, I'm gonna be on night shift, so I'll probably miss strength field nights.
Well, John, I'll just keep all of y'all in here. John Jenkins joins from EPI. I know you got Brad Mayhar was your team driver that won the race. And so I just want to ask you a quick question, and then we're going to kind of wrap up the broadcast with everybody. So we're going to switch over to John just real quick, and then Cody, I'll bounce back to you guys. John, I saw Brad running the bottom like the whole race. Like, is your guys, and I saw you down there some. Did you guys build your set to run the bottom this week?
I have no idea. Me and Brad, we tested probably 3 hours today just turning laps. And from the spring race, I knew we had to have something to work down there. I ran the top a little bit when I had to, and it seemed to stick. But yeah, surprisingly, the bottom was pretty good for us. I know Cody was really good up top. So
now, John, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but you are our official stintanalyzer.com hard charger award winner this week. You went from 29th up to 4th place. So you're the official stintanalyzer.com hard charger award winner. So congratulations for that tonight.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I did try to do Q. I got in the wall in the 3 on the last lap. So
all right, well, John, that's. Yeah, well, hey, and also that caution, I think just talking to Brandon earlier, it kind of worked out good for him, but that mid-race caution looked like it worked out real good for you too, didn't it?
The very first caution, I hit pit road and forgot that I had the earliest stall and missed the box and went through the pits, and the caution come out on the outlap, so I got really lucky.
All right. Well, I'm going to finish up with John here, and then go back to Cody. John, if anybody wants to go get your and Brad's stuff and check out what you guys are doing, where do they find you at?
You can find us Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at EPI, Elite Performance Industries.
We need to get Eduardo. We need to get him in here one of these days.
Yeah,
he's not on your team, but he's running your guys' set.
Yeah,
he's running your set.
We have a hard time finding him. But
Eduardo?
Yes.
Yeah, he's EPI. But
we just can't get a hold of him. He's doing well.
Yeah, send him an invite to the channel if you get a chance there, John. So, John, if that's at raceepi.com, if you want to check out their stuff that John and Brad were running tonight. And I'm going to swing back up now to Brandon and Cody. I'll just give Cody and Brandon the opportunity. Brandon, anybody you want to thank or sponsors, and then I'll swing it over to Cody to give the official Ryko close for the broadcast.
Yeah, since it's my first week on Ryko, he's probably better at it. But just thanks to Ryko and everyone that had a hand in building the setup and tweaking on it and testing and all the feedback and just helping me look a lot better than I was tonight. I appreciate it. And if you could check out my stream, that'd be great. Just Brandon Schmidt on YouTube.
Awesome. Cody, What do you got for us, man? What are you guys doing? What's going on over there? Anything Ken wants you to promote, or or at the very least, how do
Not
they find you
anymore,
guys?
guys swapping teams to join you guys.
Yeah, what's the 411 over there, and how do people find you?
411 is going to be a tough rest of the season, so everybody better watch out. So, lots of things going over at Ryko. Obviously, we have some additions with Joseph, Tommy Gossett, and Brandon. So, really, really glad to have them over to the team. Very talented guys. So, as always, you can get our setups. It's at ryko-motorsports.com or rykosetups.com. You can see exactly what we ran tonight right from the website, so we didn't even make any changes to it.
A lot of people are complaining about that. They said, "No, you guys aren't running your set." And I said, "I believe you guys are running what you are selling out there."
Well, funny story. So we actually had the Ryko Performance Manager where they can go in there, see exactly which setup, which tweaks we've made during the race, and our telemetry during the race. So
that's what I want to see. I bought this week just to see Cody's telemetry. I want to see what he's doing because Brandon said he sucks here, Cody. I really suck here. Here in Kansas are like my worst tracks anymore. I'm so slow. I want to go in and see what you do.
So. Hammer down, man. Hammer down. But yeah, definitely thank everybody who puts a hand on this car. Brandon Hawk built a rocket ship really fast on the long run. We were running the leaders down there. So go check it out. Ryko-motorsports.com, Ryko Setups. Got to thank Garza Law Firm for hopping on board, and Roasted Jim Coffee for allowing us to provide free short track setups for the entire community. You just have to go and register their website, get the Discord, and have those setups. And then obviously Ken Byron, Brody Kostecki, Brad Wright, and everyone for putting this team together.
Mikey?
Awesome, Cody. That's okay. Kim was writing me a message saying he was on vacation this week, that he couldn't send Brandon an invite because I said, Cody took care of it for me. So anyway, I was distracted. Kim was sending me a message there. So anyway, yeah, guys, check them out. You got John Jenkins, who was in here. Check them out at raceepi.com. And we also have Cody Chlindy, Brandon Schmidt from Ryko. Check out Brandon's YouTube channel. And as Cody said, you can check out what they've got, their setups. And also you can compare your telemetry against their team drivers there at Ryko with the Ryko Performance Manager. And you can go check them out at Ryko Motorsports.
And if you can find Eduardo for us one of these days, bring him on here.
Yeah, that's John's job for the next week. So, guys, appreciate you being with us here for this broadcast here at Area 51 in the Alien Factory broadcast booth. We appreciate all the guys who showed up for these post-race interviews. This was an amazing race tonight, the highest strength of field we've had all year long, over 6,400 strength of field tonight. Massive race. The winner tonight from EPI was Brad Mahar. Second place was Parker White. Third place, Eduardo Oliverio. John Jenkins with EPI was in the broadcast booth here with us for a few minutes. Still here right now. It was in fourth place. And you have Brandon Schmidt from Ryko, who was in fifth place. Daniel Roper of Ryko in sixth place. And then Cody Trelindi of Ryko. All three right in a row there. Fifth, sixth, seventh place finishers tonight. And guys, thank you so much here for being with us for this broadcast. Our hard charger, the stantanalyzer.com hard charger award went to John Jenkins, who's been here with us. And so congratulations to him on that. Guys, appreciate every time you come and view. If you haven't done so yet, appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed yet, that's greatly appreciated. Also, the bell icon gets you notified anytime that we go live here on the channel or upload new content. And then the last thing is hit that thumbs up button if you like the broadcast. Gets us out there in that YouTube algorithm and gets more eyes on the videos, helps our channel grow as well. And every time you leave the videos, always check out that description. That's for you guys. There's all kind of goodies down there. We've got some promo codes. We got places you can get free setups. We have got affiliate links. We got a link where you can go get your iRacing car made into a physical custom diecast for you as well. So all of that cool stuff down there in the description. Always check that out. Guys, appreciate it. Appreciate you so much, our viewers and subscribers here at the channel. For myself and everybody here at Area 51, we appreciate you being with us, especially my broadcast partners tonight. We got Robert Cook, who's the #1 team driver, the man, the myth, the legend, along with Scooter Scotty Stevens. Guys, thanks for being here with us tonight.
Yes, sir. I enjoyed it. It was a good race. Enjoyed every bit of it.
All right. All right, Robert, you going to say this with me? Appreciate you being here. And as always, we will see you in the next one.